The Lagos State government says it has planted 7.6 million trees in the last 10 years and is targeting an additional 50,000 this year. This was disclosed by the General Manager of the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, Laspark, Popola, at a news conference in Ikeja. Popola said between January and June 2021, 4,000 trees were planted, while in the last 2 years, 24,000 trees have been planted.
On the 14th of July, as is done every year, trees will be planted simultaneously across Lagos by both private and public sector institutions. There will be ceremonial tree planting events by members of the state executive at designated locations. In addition, trees will be planted across the 57 local government and local council development areas. We have commenced sensitization and mobilization in preparation for this exercise. Tree seedlings are already being distributed to all the state LGAs and LCDAs for this purpose. As the custodian of open spaces in Lagos, we will also continue to collaborate with large and small organizations, individuals and groups to advance our greenery initiatives. We're establishing gardens and garden centers in different parts of the state, as well as we're working towards establishing more recreational centers and upgrading the existing ones to keep our youth engaged. We are still open to individual and private sector partnerships and collaborations to help us achieve even more. Individual SMEs, corporate organizations and NGOs are encouraged to adopt open spaces, parks and gardens in line with the agency's drive for a beautiful, healthy and sustainable environment. Lagos, the most populous city in Africa, is also one of the most vulnerable to sea level rise and flooding. We are not immune to global warming and various other climatic challenges experienced around the world. A computation of the Climate Change Vulnerability Index identified Lagos as one of the top 10 global cities and the only city in Africa with high risk from climate change. The importance of trees to the environment can therefore not be overstated. Trees influence everything. As the biggest plants on the planet, they give us oxygen, they store carbon, they stabilize the soil and give life to the world's wildlife around Lagos. We will plant at least another 4,000, and then we will continue our tree planting up until the end of the year, where we're hopefully able to meet our target of 50,000 trees. Since the beginning of Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration, we've planted 24,000 trees, and we'll continue to do even more. The other question was about how do we monitor. We have a local government parks and gardens unit in the agency that their responsibility is to engage at the local government and CDA and CDC levels. So even when we give this, so for example at the local government level, part of the engagement that we've done with them in the last 2 weeks is to invite all the environmental health officers in for a meeting. So we've sat with them and we've asked them to go back to their local governments and their localities to identify ideal planting locations, because one of the most important things when you're planting trees is to make sure that you have the ideal location so that we don't plant trees that will become a problem in the future.